this is one that both you and I played. We both played this one.
Oh yeah, no, this franchise, I go back to the PS2 on it, and yeah, I'm a big fan. I like what they've done with the place and the characters, the epic setting that always seems to come up in a lot of stories, new and old.
And I also have been a great fan of this franchise. Legendary stories, legendary characters, legendary historical figures that are a little bit exaggerated, I'm not gonna lie, but they're closer to reality than you might think. And of course, the game we're talking about, everybody, it is Dynasty Warriors Origins. We played this on the PS5. So, Drix, let me ask you, how'd you like this?
Man, I really liked it. I feel like they've really modernized like the Musou beat 'em up style. They've added some deeper mechanics, a bit more, let's just say, like special moves. And one of my favorite things is you can actually command like the army behind you.
Yes.
Because there was another Koei Tecmo game called Blade Storm for like the PS3 generation that allowed you to do a lot of that. Like you're leading your units in a squad and different tactics. It was the medieval European version of Dynasty Warriors. So it was all France and England in the 100 Years' War. But if you like Dynasty Warriors, you'd love that. But they added some of that. It feels like they've learned a lot from like Neo and other I guess Souls-like games, and they're applying it to the Dynasty Warriors formula. Favorite new addition though is when you fail a battle or mess up, you can kind of rewind and start from any point in the battle, because that was the biggest like quality of life thing about playing it on the PS2 is like, oh man, these fights are long. Like, are we gonna sack this gate, or like, am I gonna take this objective? Am I gonna climb this hill with like, exaggerated boulders flying at me and stuff? Am I gonna make it to the end of this battle? Or eventually they gave you like a save where you could suspend it in the middle of the battle.
I remember that.
Like it's grown a bit, and yeah, you wouldn't even know that they've made like 9 of these and like 15 with all the spin-offs or whatever.
Oh my god, Gundam, great. Samurai Warriors, Zelda, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I love the Gundam ones. Those are
so good. I was gonna say
all the Gundam stories.
I was gonna say I don't even remember the last time I played a Dynasty Warriors proper. I think it really was on like the PS2, like PS2 era. I played a proper 5 Rings or Romance of the Three Kingdoms Dynasty Warriors game. You know what I mean? Like with
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, I played a lot of Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. I played Hyrule Warriors. I liked the Dragon Quest one. That one's on the PlayStation Essentials. On the download. I played that, and that was pretty fucking awesome. I gotta say, but I will coming back to Dynasty Warriors Origins. 100%, I agree with almost everything that you said. This game really feels. The one thing I will contend with though. Is that I don't think it feels very Soulsy. I think it feels way more like Devil May Cry, dude.
Just like the frantic nature of the battlefield, everybody on it, you can kill hundreds of enemies.
And like you get like the dodge, and if you dodge right, you get like the witch time, right? No, I shouldn't say witch time. It's like a fucking like a whoosh, like a whoosh effect.
Perfect evades, perfect blocks. Yeah, that is a whole other element that makes it more action. More Final Fantasy 16 than
good example.
Than Souls.
Yeah,
that is a good example.
Yeah, absolutely, much more Final Fantasy 16 than anything else. But that added layer of chaos. That added layer of battlefield activity really, really ups the stakes, because I gotta say, in most other of these Dynasty Warriors games, I'm gonna say, especially in these Dynasty Warriors Gundam games, right? These mobile dolls and like these like dummy units that are all around. They've never really felt consequential, especially since like, in Dynasty Warriors in Samurai Warriors, you really don't need to give a shit about anybody except for you. You know,
Yeah.
people can be like yelling for help in these other games. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose the line. And you're like, that's nice. I'm gonna go for like the commander now. Like,
Yeah. Cut around the battlefield.
this game doesn't let you do that. I played it on the normal difficulty and the hero difficulty. I did not play on the easy historian difficulty. I forgot what the middle one was called, but I played on the two challenging difficulties. And no, dude, like, you got to go help these people in this game, like, or else you're screwed. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you would never really get hit from behind, or like the multiple characters wouldn't like engage and like jump you, at least until you put it on one of the harder difficulties. And that was definitely something I noticed. Like in other Dynasty Warriors games, you could charge into a crowd, be surrounded, just swipe everywhere and like wipe a bunch of people out. But there are some severe consequences to that. I actually, like, I started on like the hero difficulty. I had to lower it because I didn't quite reach the end of the level, and depending on who your partner is in battle, whether or not you have one, like that affects your starting location.
yes.
And you might end up starting in the wrong place and losing the objective a little early and having to dart around the map on your horse, which was also another. I remember when they didn't give you a horse.
Yeah.
That's a good quality thing that happened over the 9 to 15 games. But yeah, you can dart around.
It's really cool too, the amount of customization options. You say the horse, you know, you could customize your horse, you can customize your gear, you can customize your units' formations, like your troops that follow you can customize their maneuvers. There's a lot to customize. I really hope there's a character customization option. I hope the
Yeah, no, there absolutely has to be. I think that's the whole gimmick, is its origins. It's create a skater, but for the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and that's going to be pretty sweet too. Lots of weapons to change up the flow of your combos and things.
It all feels great. I played a couple. I used a couple of different weapons, and I used a couple of different allies. I went in alone in my first one in the hero, and I actually got to the end, but it was hard. And then I couldn't beat the boss. Couldn't beat Lu Bu.
Yeah, I'm playing the theme of Lu Bu right now because if it was a quote from any Dynasty Warriors game, for me it's Lu Bu.
Holy shit! And is it Lu Bu? Like,
yep. A lot of fables about that guy, Guan Yu, and other strong characters.
Like, you're seeing it in the B-roll right now. I had to write. You know, when I saw Guan Yu as one of my allies, I needed to rock my man Guan Yu. Like, this guy is so awesome. Like.
Legendary, literal legends about this man.
Not to mention, in Dynasty Warriors, this guy, I don't know if anybody listening is a Dynasty Warriors fan, but damn, you pick Guan Yu. This guy kills so many guys. Like, I have so many gameplay memories with Guan Yu because I just like that pole arm. He just goes in there, shoof, just kill everybody.
His strength is pivotal in the storytelling.
Yes. But Dynasty Warriors Origins, really fun. The one thing, like, I guess the linchpin and the main attraction for me is the amount of small, meaningful decisions that you just must address on the fly. And you don't feel, I never felt as though I didn't have enough time to make the decision. I always felt as though I was like, okay, because you know, you get like the slowdown when the units gather up when you're about to do a maneuver. Your Musou moves, they slow things down. So you get like we were talking about earlier, perfect blocks, perfect dodges. You have a lot of room to breathe. It's a deceptive amount.
Create space.
Exactly.
It's another cool thing is when
Yes.
another leader decides to take you one-on-one. That's a lot of fun.
And it could be anyone. You know, I played through this demo probably 2 or 3 times. And there are times in this demo where I was challenged by I forget the main guys that challenge the guy who's supposed to challenge you. He's got a giant iron ball and he swings it around. I fought him in the beginning, and but I also had times where just a no-name general challenge me to a duel.
Yeah, a lot of those. Anybody can take you on one-on-one, and then everybody circles up, and you're just on guard.
And I like the system. It's not like, oh man, like a traditional fighting game where like we're trying to like I'm trying to race you in a depletion of my bar. No, it's like a tug of war.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's like you guys have to break each other's combos and just not hold the momentum and advantage longer than the other one.
There are ones where I've beaten the guy decisively. There are duels where I've played against him or I fought against them and we've timed out. Like it's a very dynamic game, and on top of it, when you're playing on hero mode, at least, I didn't get too much of what I'm about to talk about on intermediate mode or the middle mode, but on hero mode, man, the enemies really throw the weight of their army at you. They're throwing arrow volleys. Dudes are charging at you. Guys are pulling up in the phalanx. And then when you're, one of the most fun parts, Drakes, that I had about this game, or had most fun parts I thought while playing this demo, was the big events where it's like, this guy is rallying up a volley, a deadly volley. Kill 500 guys and you'll stop him.
Yeah, sweet little timed objectives. It makes the swatting of hundreds of men at once a lot more interesting and compelling.
It makes it feel like, yeah, absolutely way more compelling, because you feel like you're cutting all these guys down with like a legitimate purpose. Like these guys are gonna stop you if you don't stop and literally kill 500 of them. Like,
yeah, so many interesting, just on the fly, a lot more like tactical and strategic decisions that got to be made. And we just got a preview of one level, but
right,
yeah, I would like another, please, because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this guy Duazhong, like dude, I played against him. Like there were like the first two times I played through this demo, I fought Duazhong, and like clockwork, right? He challenged me to a duel like clockwork. The third time I rolled up, I got challenged by like this no-name wise general. I beat the hell out of him, and then Duazhong challenged me.
Yeah, it's the chaos of battle. It's always different every time, no matter where you rewind from.
Very fun, very cool, very engaging game. I really hope that I can go in depth with the character creator. We've had some great character creators this year. You know, Dragon's Dogma 2 stands out as like one of my favorite character creators. Like it just kicks ass. Street Fighter 6 is up there from last year. It was really, really good. But this game, it's with all the weapons and all the
Tekken 8 one too.
Oh yeah, Tekken 8. Oh man, all the customizations. And
yeah, whatever has the best memes.
And then Tekken 8 also had, you can make like the chibi dude.
Yeah, big head, small guy, all kinds of things.
Yeah,
Funny joke.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, a lot of good character creators, and there's a lot to love in this, like, because you add the weapon and the ally, like Drix, like when you like you were saying earlier, when you start off in different parts of the map rolling in with different allies, I was like, wow, this is pretty sick. Like,
yeah, kind of tripped me up at first, but I definitely encourage games that have horseback combat.
Yes. So that's me for Dynasty Warriors Origins. I took everything that I had to not just immediately slap that pre-order button right there. Like,
yeah, no, I couldn't even beat Lu Bu. I might even go back and enjoy the demo some more. But
I beat him on my third try.
Legendary characters. It's going to be a good one.
This is going to be a great game.
On the lookout. It's a beloved franchise.
Going to be an awesome one. Dynasty Warriors Origins. Make sure you guys check it out. It's right now on everything but the Switch. You can get this demo: PC, Xbox, and PS5. So check it out.
Yep. Gotta be pretty.
Dynasty Warriors Origins. Seems really good. It's kind of like the Dynasty Warrior, like kind of the Dynasty Warriors that I thought Dynasty Warriors was always going to be as a kid.
Yeah, with the real deep strategy and mechanics. you can see us reacting using special moves against groups of enemies, you know, countering stuff. It's deeper, the deepest combat. Like I feel like I've
By
now
far.
watched it. I've watched Dynasty Warriors come a long way now, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yeah,
I'm
and
glad we finally made it here.
And as someone who's played like Hyrule Warriors and Dragon Warriors, you know, those are very recent Dynasty Warriors or Musou spin-offs, and they have a lot of fantastic mechanics. This game is way better. Like, it feels way better.
Yes. It's the grandfather that ran so the others could walk.
Absolutely. Dynasty Warriors Origins. Check it out. Gonna be hitting you what, February?
Yeah, this is you know, early look at 2025.